fitting because the city is wild when it comes to sexcapades and sexual adventures and all that stuff.
Diseases.
Sexcapades,
Wild.
diseases.
Excuse me.
I remember one of my friends a long time ago came to the city. Shout out Julie Pacino, and she's from New York, and she came to Toronto for the film festival one year, and she was like, "What's wrong with this city? I swear it's like everybody's had sex with everybody in this city," and I'm like.
Deep.Organic.Phuckery. You know I'm your boy Linky Links.
I'm Chris Strikes.
I'm Damion.
Alright, the waistman. Alright, today on Deep.Organic.Phuckery we have a special guest inside the studio with us. Welcome, Catchcha.
Yes, thank you.
Did I pronounce it properly?
Yeah, of course.
Catchcha.
That's a weird name.
Catchcha.
Yeah.
Catchcha.
It's a beautiful
Yes.
name.
Thank
Beautiful?
you.
Yeah.
Thank
Are you mincing words?
No.
Catchcha's the imagination of all.
That's not a sentence.
It
Catchcha
is
the
now.
imagination?
It is
Catchcha
now.
the imagination.
Catchcha's
So your name is Catches?
Damion, use your words. What you got to
Hey,
say about my
Catchcha,
name,
welcome
okay?
to Deep.Organic.Phuckery. How are you?
Thanks for having me. I'm good.
Alright.
Catchcha has the honor of being our very, very first guest.
Yes.
Oh, I feel nice.
Alright,
Yes.
He brings that female touch.
Yes.
And she's going to go for my topic. Because wait for my topic. You'll see.
Yeah. So, you want to tell our listeners and viewers a little bit
Oh,
about yourself?
well, yeah, sure. I'm Catchcha, makeup artist. You know, big up the Angel, one of my celebrity clients, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I host a Wednesday night show on Hype TV in Jamaica on Styles FM. Yes, the Entertainment Club. So right now, that's what I do as far as entertainment wise.
Which is right. So you're out there like that. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
man.
for joining us today. All right, you ready
Thanks
to
for
have some
having me.
fun?
Yes, let's do it.
That's Deep.Organic.Phuckery. It's a crazy podcast. All right, so Mr. Organic Chris Track, what's going on, brother? What you got for us today?
Man, today I saw an article in BLOGTO that said Toronto is one of the most sexually liberated cities in the world. And I thought that was very interesting, and I thought that was very fitting because the city is wild when it comes to sexcapades and sexual adventures and all that stuff.
Diseases.
Sexcapades,
Wild.
diseases.
Excuse me.
I remember one of my friends a long time ago came to the city. Shout out Julie Pacino, and she's from New York, and she came to Toronto for the film festival one year, and she was like, "What's wrong with this city? I swear it's like everybody's had sex with everybody in this city," and I'm like, you know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So, I just thought it was a really interesting article. So the article was an article out of a magazine in Germany, in Cologne, Germany, and it was talking about, or it was measuring a number of different things. So it was measuring the amount of sex stores, the amount of like sex apps or hookup apps, dating apps, and we all remember the Ashley Madison fallout that happened a few years ago. It was measuring gay bars, the amount of gay bars there is, and LGBT rights and gay marriage. So it was measuring all these things, and less about the article, but more so what I saw that was interesting was when it was posted on Instagram, I saw somebody's comment that said something along the lines, and I have no idea if it's true, but if you look at a lot of the cities that are on the top of this list of this most sexually liberated cities, a lot of them have the highest crime as well too, the highest crime and the highest poverty. Now again, I don't know if this is 100% true, but I thought that was an interesting topic point that I wanted to bring today.
Right.
And is there some kind of causation between sexual liberation and crime and poverty in especially major metropolitan cities such as Toronto? Montreal's on that list, Vancouver, those are the 3 Canadian cities, and then there was Madrid, Berlin, Amsterdam. I can't remember all the cities that were on that list, but that's kind of what I wanted to bring in, and I have no idea what the crime rates are like in those cities, but I do know they kind of do have high crime. So I think that was an interesting comment that I wanted to.
So is it less crime, or is it less sex, more crime?
It is more sex, more crime.
The positive correlation.
That's crazy.
So hello. So the title of the article is "The Most sexually liberated city.
One of the most, because it's BLOGTO. So
What does that mean?
So
Sexually liberated. So the way I'm hearing this like on one hand, people have a lot of sex.
Yeah.
But not because they have a lot of sex doesn't mean they're liberated.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Right, because the liberation part can just mean certain things go here
Right,
that
right,
don't
right.
necessarily go in another country.
And
Right.
that's more what it's about because it included like kind of the LGBT things. It included
And
like,
this is
trans
worldwide,
rights and
even Europe,
theories.
because
Yeah.
Europe is pretty liberated.
Yeah. So Toronto on the list of 25 cities, Toronto is, I think it was 12th.
I'd love to know what that term
Okay.
means in that state, like sexually liberated. Like,
Yeah.
does it mean that you do everything? You suck toes and do all that?
It's
Probably.
just it's a measure. It was measuring. What was it sex
In
stores?
Toronto is the most.
One of the
No.
most. One of the
One
most.
of the
Right.
One of the most. So
What, is that hard to believe for you? That's
I
hard
know.
to believe?
So that means we're seeing a lot of freaks walking out on the street.
yes.
A lot of freaks
Yes.
on the podcast too.
Yes.
Boston shorts. In a Boston.
Hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen, man. Listen.
Yo!
Listen.
I see the eyes rolling.
Boston, I got you, bro. I got you. Stop hating, man. What do I think about that? Correlation between crime and sex? There's no correlation there. So what if you're liberated? How does that make you more violent or a criminal?
Well,
I'm just not seeing the connection.
well, no. It's asking the question of if there is
There's
a
a
correlation.
correlation.
But
Right.
so you jump to violence, but remember, not all crime is violent.
I know that's
Yeah.
why I said criminal actor.
Yeah,
I caught myself.
Because one of the things why the Canadian cities didn't. So Montreal was 9th, Vancouver was 10th, Toronto was 12th. One of the reasons why the three Canadian cities didn't rank higher
Right.
is that because sex work, which goes under one of the measuring points as well too, sex work is technically illegal here, but it's just not really enforced,
In
right?
that way. Okay, who's number one?
Okay.
Who's number one?
Number one, I think, was like Madrid or something like
Of
that,
course,
like
of
Madrid or Berlin, one of those.
I
Kind
bet
of
top
cities.
5 is Europe for sure.
Top 5 is Europe for sure, because it was
White
like
nation.
Madrid, Amsterdam, Berlin. I don't remember all the other ones, so it's on my phone. But
Isn't there a country? Is it Spain where women can just walk topless?
one of them, yeah. So that would be Madrid.
Or is it
Maybe,
Greece?
maybe Barcelona's on that list. There's probably somewhere in France that's on that list as well too, because France has a lot of topless. And
So there's
and
25
whatnot.
countries that were named,
Wow.
and
Okay.
Toronto was 12.
Yeah, out of the
To
25.
really think about it, we're not that high.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
we're
if
not
you
in the top 10.
Okay, but
Initially, I heard
Five.
Toronto is number one. That's what I was.
But
that's what I was
remember,
reacting
they're
to.
measuring cities in the world, so they narrowed it down to a top 25
Yeah.
list.
That's still high though.
That's
12
still
world?
high.
For the
But their
world.
criteria, the criteria is kind of shaky because it's like you're going off of sex shops and
Yeah.
LGBTQ plus rights and whatever. It's
Yeah,
like,
and then sex work,
No,
like
I
if
need-
sex
I need
work
more.
is
The
legal.
criteria
They do have
needs
Naughty
to
or
be
Nice.
more.
What's that thing called? What's the store called? Naughty or Nice?
Oh, that's the only store you know about?
It's right beside my gym.
Animal catch.
It's right beside my gym. Listen. I go to my gym and I see people sneaking and looking around like it, and they go in and get their stuff. So I see it. So I've never been in there. I seen some
It's
crazy
okay
things
to
by the
go in
window.
there, bro.
No, it's
There's
okay. I've
nothing
never
wrong with
been.
that.
Right?
I
Who's
swear
going
I
in
never
there for
been.
you, Dave?
I swear I never been. I never
been in there?
I never been. I swear.
Nothing is wrong.
I see some crazy stuff in the window though.
Yeah.
I walk past the window slowly, so I see some stuff.
Yeah, man. I bet you do. You always seeing stuff and never doing anything. But okay, let's keep it moving.
But on that topic of correlation, like I wonder if the commonality with all these cities is just that they're giant cities, and so you're naturally gonna have crime anyways, right? And
You know, when I heard you bring that up, I thought you were going to take a spiritual turn, because a lot of the spirituality,
Whoa.
they kind of deal with that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's funny. I was listening to Queen Africa yesterday, and she was talking about how she was molested when she was younger. She had a lesbian experience that was forced on her. You know what I mean? She, when she was 8, she was raped or sexually abused or whatever, and the way she took it, she took it to a spiritual level. You know, Jamaica has the most churches per square miles or whatever, and she was saying, you know, Jamaican people, you need to straighten up, because you know people are trying to take things to the left side of it, So I thought that's where you were going with it, because a lot of sexuality and criminality is often linked to just people not being spiritual, not taking religion seriously, and so forth and so on. So who knows? It might be.
Do you know what I think? Like when I was looking at some of the comments that were in response to the one that I saw, they kind of dealt with that as well too, or they were kind of leaning in that kind of regard of like conservatism and like religious conservatism as well too. So there is I think like at least an ideal link there, if not a scientific one, but definitely an idealism that's around that.
There's also studies to show that the most conservative people are sometimes the most sexually liberated people.
This is very true.
They just don't do it openly, which is why you have Ashley Madison. Is that what the company is called?
Yeah.
That's why they exposed a lot of people who were like high society, you know, major in the army kind of people who you never expect to be sucking toes, but you know they got it. That's what they do.
More than just sucking toes.
I'm just keeping it PG.
Sucking toes while the kids or the spouse is at work.
So yeah, it's interesting for sure.
Catchcha,
I think because I'm like sucking toes is so simple. That to me, that's not
simple.
sexually liberated.
Yeah,
That's
right.
like
I'm not sucking no toes.
that's.
Yo,
I don't care how much you wash it.
Today.
That's not simple.
No, that's not freaky enough. That's
Yeah.
That's just like. Oh,
If you're sucking toes, you're freaky, bro. If you're sucking toes, you're on that.
No.
Trust me. What would make you put a toe in your mouth? Huh?
Sex, like you're in the moment. You.
So,
Literally,
well, why toe?
it's part of your person.
There's nipples. There's there's lips. There's.
should we have
Yeah.
a segment where we talk about sex?
Yeah, probably.
I
Right.
know.
I'm just saying.
See that headed like.
When I hear sexually liberated, I'm thinking all kinds of wild stuff.
Right, I'm not thinking toes.
Toes is wild.
No, not toes.
That's my
not wild.
point.
Toes is just like.
I
regular.
thought toes was just a metaphor for these wilder things.
Yeah, that's wild
Keeping it
thing. Like
PG.
what?
Nah, people actually do toes.
Oh no,
I
I know.
heard people
I
saying
know.
toes. It turns them on. I'm like, what? You're weird. You need to be checked.
Yo, that foot fetish is for real. There are women on OnlyFans right now making tens
Yeah,
of thousands of
on
dollars
toes?
just putting their feet on.
Yeah.
Just putting their feet. They don't even have to expose no breasts, nothing.
And those people are from Toronto?
I don't know.
All
That
over
could be
the
from
world,
anywhere.
Like, really.
That's crazy.
I mean, shoot, if people like feet that much, I might just put my feet up on.
You
Yeah.
can't. Trust me, you
know.
can't. There's a part of
This is
OnlyFans
dumb.
called like Amazon,
Mm.
and they just like women that are extremely huge, like just bigger than the normal size type of woman.
Yeah.
And they just showcase their big feet, their big arms. Yeah, like
Wow.
you could probably disguise your foot as Amazon woman feet.
Yeah. My big
Make some
size
OnlyFans
13
money.
foot.
That's weird. Okay, so can I do my topic early?
Sure.
Wait, hold on, Linky.
Big gotta stuck on my views. I'm not I just leave it alone.
He's thinking, would he do the toes thing?
Yes, I know.
I'm not even.
You can see the wrinkles forming in the
Yeah,
brain.
it's like,
The two of them, I think
toes,
about the
it is.
toes still, I think about it, alright, catch me. Catch me. The two, when you're a big guy using a word in a correlation and a colon, when I
Correlation.
yeah, the word big word thing, because I know it's a street youth, so when I do that.
Are they intertwined?
Sure, but no,
They go together.
Are
you attack?
So, I'm me attack. Can I speak?
Okay, fine.
Jesus, Chris,
Fine.
how many days ago, boss? Alright. Chris, I have to do some research on that one, my brother. That is a very, very, I don't want to say deep.
It's very organic.
It's very organic. You know what I mean? And Big Guy was asking some serious questions in terms of what made us number 12 in the world. Was there a statistic showing that we were number 12? Like, you know what I mean? So I personally don't really like to speak on things without knowing the facts, but Big Guy is on the toe thing, so I think I'm gonna segue into the toe thing with him. Because see my last sweat there?
No sweat here.
What is your
Nice
topic?
try.
What is your topic?
Nice try.
What is your topic? What is your topic?
Alright, so I'm hurting, man. I need someone to help me. Like, so right now, I want to talk about relationships, man.
Okay, let's go.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Like,
I'll let Catch. I'll give you the first.
I don't know.
and I'll get the second.
Like, I don't know where to even take this. Like,
Well, he just
women
said
are
he's
crazy.
hurting.
Women are crazy, man. Women are crazy. Anyways, so my thing is, I think I'll take it this way. Monogamy. Do you guys think monogamy is natural?
Wait, so how are you hurting because of that question?
That's
I'll
what I'm
talk
saying.
about my pain later. I'll talk about my pain later. But my question is monogamy. Okay, so let me preface it with this. So monogamy, a lot of people when they hear monogamy, they immediately think, you know, one person to one person, right?
Yeah.
Well, technically monogamy means being married one person to one person. It's a marriage terminology. We've extrapolated, we've extended it to mean, you know, just having a single relationship. But you can always do serial monogamy, which is having one relationship for 2 days, but you only seeing that person and then move on to the next person and so
What do you call that?
Serial monogamy.
Serial?
Yes.
As in
Serial monogamy.
C-R?
Cereal, like cereal.
Captain Crunch?
No,
No,
not
that's serial killer.
serial
Like
killer.
serial
like serial killer. Very funny. Yeah, no. So serial monogamy. A lot of people do that. So a lot of people don't want to.
You eat one
So,
box of
because
cereal at a
monogamy-
time.
Monogamy can be seen as a moral thing, right? Because you know a lot of people blend that with morality and say, oh, if you do, like for example, Christianity will tell you to be with one person, to be married to one person. If you don't, you're gonna go to hell and you're gonna die. So a lot of people want to keep with that trend. So what they do is, okay, I'm with you today, and they'd be with you for a week, and then next week they break up with you and go to someone else. And really and truly, the mindset was, I want to have as many partners as possible. So a lot of people do that and think they're doing monogamy. You're not doing monogamy. Stop it. You're just playing the game. You're finding holes in the system, right? So you have that kind of monogamy, and obviously that's versus polygamy, which is having many wives or having many partners. And then when you go to polygamy, you have polyamory, which is, well, you have open relationships, which is you're in agreement that I can have partners, but I can't fall in love. Sorry, open relationship, you can have partners, sexual partners, but you can't fall in love.
We are the item.
Right.
Right.
And polyamory is you can have many loves, right? So you can love many people, right? So you have all these different types of terminologies, all the different types of ways you can do things, and it just makes me think: are we really forcing up a tree that we're not supposed to force up? Like people force monogamy in us. Is it natural? That's just a thought in my head. What do you guys think?
Well, the simple answer is no. Monogamy is not natural. But when it comes to relationship, like if I'm speaking from a personal standpoint, it has to be the agreement you have with the person you decide to have that relationship with. Because like I feel like for me personally, I'm more of like a flow type of person, right? Because I don't subscribe to whatever society says, religion or whatever. I feel like I go with whatever me and that person decide is good for us. And most people aren't like that. Most people would, okay, we're doing this because the church says, we're doing this because, you know, my grandma's gonna look at us weird if we don't get married or whatever. So I noticed, like, especially like my last relationship, it was more of like an agreement. You know, we weren't married, but we had that communication. You have that talk of, okay, we are an item, you're my person, and as far as monogamy goes, it's just us. We're just gonna be sexual with us only. You know, who's gonna pay the bills? Who's gonna take care of that? So it was. People looked at us like, why aren't y'all married? You're doing this thing as if you're married, but you're just getting married, and it's not. For me, it's not that simple. Like I'm not the regular girl who like runs down a ring. Like I yearn for like commitment and things that are intangible, like stuff you can't see, like because you can't really see commitment. You have to live it.
Right.
You know, you can't see like a person. You can't see love, but you have to live it. Like you'll see the little things a person do to show that they're faithful to you.
Right.
You know, it's not because he bought bread.
Right.
No, it's like what he does when he's at the store buying the bread. Like, how does he represent you when he's out there? How do I represent him when I'm out there?
But don't you think marriage as an institution, don't you think it has benefits? Don't you think it has
That's
a
facts.
place?
Yeah, to me the only benefit I see from marriage is the money.
Is the
like
money?
yeah, it's
What
the money. Like let's say when you say benefit, I'm seeing like if I'm married and my husband dies, then I won't have to fight the state for.
No, when I
for
say benefit, I'm talking about the institution itself. So the reason why marriage is existing through time and has prolonged through time.
Oh, well,
is
okay.
because it's the concept of marriage has something to it. There's something to that
You want to
thing.
know something funny? When gay people were like wanting to get married just like straight people, I just thought it was so weird. Like, why do you want that? Like,
Right.
I felt like marriage was a thing put in place by men to keep women under their wings, right? So
Traditionally, that's what it is.
Right. So when I saw gay people fight, I'm like, bruh, do you know that women want to be free? Like, we wish we can conduct relationships on our terms.
Wait.
You know, like,
So you're trying to say women want to be polyamorous?
Not necessarily, but we
Open?
Yeah, we want to call the shots too. Like okay.
Well, let me ask you this, Catchcha.
We want to give Bun and
Let me
get
ask
a
you this.
second
No,
chance.
wait. Let me ask you this, Catchcha. So if you could give Bun, you would and beg, baby, please. I didn't mean it, but you meant it.
No.
Would you do it?
Well, okay. My makeup isn't like that. You want to know what my makeup is? What's good for you should be good for me. That's me.
But men want to give Bun.
Yes. So if
So
I'm with
are
a
you
partner,
saying that you would want to give Bun? 'Cause
No.
What's good for men would be to give
no,
Bun.
but it has to be an agreement. That's what I'm saying. That's where
But Bun is not an agreement. See, the sweet thing about Bun is that it's cheating. Cheating.
He's right, because most men won't agree
But that's
to
what people.
support it.
Right. It's doing it and not getting caught and not being open about it, and then you get away with it like, oh, okay, I got away with it.
Right, so
It's
then
like, it's
I want
almost
to be able
criminal.
to do that too.
Right.
I want to be able to do that too. I want to be able to do what you do, not because you're a man and you could do it, right?
Right.
Just because you say it's okay, but you want to be with me and be monogamous. Like, no.
So go in an open relationship, man. That's what it is.
That's not the same thing because you can give Bun in an open relationship.
No, you can't give
because
Bun
people
because
are
it's
just
open.
sneaky.
Yeah.
No, people are just sneaky. They will do things and the sport is you don't find out. It's
So
that's
Bun,
embarrassing type
so
of
Bun
thing.
essentially, Bun cheating, same thing. So cheating essentially is doing something without your partner knowing,
Yeah.
right? That's the kind of cheating we're talking about. So you wouldn't want to do an open relationship, and keep me honest if I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. You don't want to do an open relationship because you have to discuss that, because that's what open relationships
Right.
are. You say, hey babe, tonight I'm gonna try to get a girl and blah blah blah. You
Yeah,
don't
I
want to do all
can
that.
work with anything that's fair, Dan. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
If once it's fair, I can work with it. Like let's say you're like, okay, I want 3 wives, right? I am not the girl to agree and just say yes, have 3 wives, because when I'm ready to go get my other 2 niggas, if that's gonna be a problem,
I can tell you this right now.
then
Men are not okay with that.
exactly.
If men want to have 3 wives and you have 1.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's not
in the
fair.
house.
Would you only do those type of things if your partner's doing that?
No,
Or you
then I won't
naturally
sign
like
up for that relationship. You get what I'm saying?
So if you find out that your man gives you one or cheats on you, do you think you should do the same to him? Do you think that would be squaring it off?
Yeah, if I'm keeping you, I'm fully cheating back. Yeah.
But okay, so what do you like? What are you naturally inclined to? What are you naturally inclined to? Because I'm hearing.
I'm naturally inclined to stick to the agreement we have.
No, but what if the agreement is monogamy? You're good with that.
Yeah.
But what do you want? Like, okay, this is for me. This is what it is. So, I don't think monogamy is natural, right? I really don't think. I think monogamy is an advanced level of relationship. I think you have to learn how to be monogamous. You have to go through some experiences, and you have to understand how to treat that, right? I think maybe polyamory or something wild like that should be the initial stages. You know when you go to school and you're in primary school,
But that's dating,
secondary
right?
school. But that's what I'm saying.
I
But
feel
that's what I'm
like
saying.
polyamory
People
is
should.
like a level up for dating.
No, it's a level down. I think people should go through that experience first kind of get it out of their system, and then you go to the most advanced, which would be the monogamy, because you have to have understanding. You have to be conscious about that. That's something, because trust me, it's not something that's easy. Because you walk down the street like, yo, that girl's sexy, yo. You want, but you have to understand that don't really mean much. Because you're gonna get that girl, you're gonna kill, and then what? You know what I'm saying? You have to know what comes after that. So it's a conscious thing.
Okay, is that a male thing? Because are you saying for a man you can't walk down the street? You say you can't walk down the street and see a sexy fine woman and not kill it? Like
no. You're gonna, the desire is there, which is why this is
but everyone has desires. That's
where the question comes from.
Some people, they feel like because you're monogamous and you're in the relationship, their jealousy level is so high that they think their partner shouldn't find other people sexy.
That person's an idiot.
Like,
straight idiot.
You can't even talk to them about it.
That's
like,
straight idiot. I want, what kind of relationship I want? I want my girl to be
the kind of relationship you want? Go ahead, brother.
I want my girl to be able to tell me, yo.
You're supposed to be able to vibe.
Yeah, and I should be able to say, babe, that girl's sexy.
Yeah,
and you shouldn't feel jealous about
So hold on. Let's take a hold of papi. So
I was wondering when you guys were going to say something.
No, you didn't give me a chance. What do you mean? You didn't give me a chance.
Do you want us to interrupt our first guest that is on the
show?
show?
You guys up in
I'm being polite.
Exactly. It's organic. So basically what you're saying, my brother, is that you, per se, you can't live a monogamy life. You can't live that.
Say again?
That's
monogamy is not for you.
Monogamy is not for you.
Monogamy?
Marcus, you have anything else? I know he's a PH, right? Fucker, right?
No.
You make an interesting point.
Of course I can. What I'm saying to you is that okay.
Sorry,
it's not natural. So what I mean. So when I say it's not, but the reason I'm asking the question is because I don't think it's natural. So when I say it's not natural, it doesn't mean it can't be done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just not something you have to really think about it. You have to be conscious.
Because after your last statement, you cut me off again. This is
Sorry,
what I wanted to say. You said you want your girl to tell you if she sees a dude and he looks sexy.
Of course.
You wanted to come to you and say, yo, baby.
No, we're hanging. We're walking on Lake Shore.
Well, that's what I mean. We're walking down Lake Shore. She sees a guy that looks nice, whatever. Oh, babe, look at that guy.
If she wants to, if she can express herself.
No,
she shouldn't feel like, she shouldn't feel like.
Especially, you should know your girl's type. So if you're walking down the boardwalk and you see a man that you know her type, you're like, I know she would like him. Like she doesn't even have to necessarily come to you or be like, babe, he's sexy. You know she probably glanced at that because you know her type.
And I'll be like, hey, I'm like, hey, yo.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I know. And she should be okay with that and not feel weird. You know?
That's my team.
I get you, Dave, because I'll be like, oh, babe, look.
Yeah.
I am very curious about something that you said, Catchcha. What do you want your relationship to look like? Because so far what I've heard is that you come to an agreement based on what your partner may want first, but then you had also said that, I wish women could call the shots. So right now, you calling the shots.
Yeah, as far as marriage,
marriage or relationship, what is your idea?
In relationships, I don't want to call the shots. I'm fully fine with being submissive. Yeah, I'm not a call the shots type of girl because I want to be treated like a princess. Okay. Like I want the works. Okay. So that's why I want it to be fair because I do my part as far as what we have been conditioned to say what women is supposed to do. But I was just saying with the call the shots part is like when gay people wanted the right to get married too, I'm like, no, like you're putting yourself in the box. Like most women,
getting married is going in the box.
Yeah,
traditionally.
Traditionally.
So traditionally, it's an agreement between, not an agreement. Really and truly, the man owns the property, right?
Right.
And the woman is property.
So I was just like, you're fighting for freedom. You're not fighting to put yourself more in a box. But I guess
probably want to be in a box with that person.
Yeah, I don't mind being in a box with my person.
I think also too, like even though we're sort of looking at it as marriage can be putting yourself in a box.
It also does that.
In 2023 we have a lot of couples have changed their definition of what I guess a a marriage looks like, you know, because you do things your way.
True, but I mean, there are also like functional 1s and 0 economic benefits to being married.
1 and 0? What do you mean by that?
Like just like 0s and 1s, like, you know, just
Oh,
computer
no,
black and white.
Okay. I see.
Like just black and white. Like for example, you can get like loans from the bank or something like that if you're married versus if you're, you know, common law or not married at all, right?
Right,
So in terms of like, you know, gay people wanting to get married, and we'll expand that to beyond gay people, but we'll expand that to interracial couples because that used to be illegal not too long ago. There is an economic advantage there where like it can actually, from like, you know, if you're looking for housing, if you're looking for a mortgage, if you're looking for a job, like that, the actual status of being married helps you more than not being married, right? So, you know, when you say like, why would these marginalized groups want to get married? Because they're putting themselves in the box. Remember, like, there are those benefits to getting married beyond just like, you know, the expression of love and all the sort of hallmark benefits or hallmark ideas around marriage, but there are actual economic.
Yeah, because my statement is basically surface. You know, it's not digging deep into it. It's my statement is basically like, you know, women, we fought for our freedom, you know, and marriage is included in that thing, you know. So it was just surface. Like I know there are benefits to getting married, like you share your insurance, blah blah blah, you know, all that stuff. But I also know that your relationship can work without being married as well.
For sure.
Because people,
For sure.
some people think a ring can make you monogamous, and I don't know where to get that idea from, but it's like it doesn't.
No.
You know, I think the
Would you get married? Exactly. I
She
know
shook
that.
her head no for anyone who's just listening. and
No,
not watching.
you're
She very hesitantly shook her head no.
So this happened.
because
I can
the
tell you.
video she
I can tell you
thought.
this. I can tell you this. And I can sense it from now. If she has a partner that she's really feeling, and he wants to get married, she's down with it. I can tell.
Is he lying?
But you're right, Dave. But it won't be on. It won't be on the.
You know, Damon's
It
not
would
used to
just be
hearing
to
that
just
from
do
a
it
woman,
like it.
so he's let that, just give it a moment to let that sink in for her.
Oh shoot! Chris is making a funny again.
Oh.
Jesus. Oh, you're your lame ass.
This
joke.
guy is such a hater.
No, he's such a lamer.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, but I mean,
I actually have a joke.
because the thing is, right?
Not yet.
I feel like you should do something once in your life, like everything. You can do it once in your life. So when I was very young,
Everything
I was married.
once?
Yeah, everything. Everything. I mean that across the board.
You may not be at once.
There are some very
No,
interesting
you can do
stories
everything
that.
once.
Try
at
everything
least
once.
one. You can
Yeah,
try
I'm not trying everything once.
at
I'm sorry,
least
I'm not trying
once.
everything once.
Catch, what about you, man?
What is
Let's ask a question. Are you born in November?
No, I'm not a Scorpio.
Oh, because you're born in November, you're trying to bring. Yo, these people.
I'm
listen,
actually
like,
Capricorn.
what is this? I'm asking leave her alone, bro.
You talk with half an hour just
listen,
now, you and I.
listen, leave her
And I'm
alone.
asking you a question.
Just because you're born in November, you're like, oh my god, we're so similar. You want to have this girl moment? Leave her alone,
my
bro.
God.
You're not getting this Oscar moment.
You know what?
Leave her.
Do your thing, class. Do your thing. I hear a moment. Catch. Talk to David only. Don't talk to me.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
but
know you're
why do you ask? You think November people talk the way I talk?
No, I'm just asking. What month are you?
December.
December, okay.
Yeah.
You're very,
Capricorn.
No, it's an ass. What did you rule
you're
on?
very, Jesus Christ, no, Papa Jesus. How much time we have left?
That's a very good question.
No, because you have that dominant side of you. You can't, I always say you're submissive, but you kind of have that.
And I know that.
Like alpha
I know myself,
female.
and sometimes it scares. It's scared, but it will scare the right people away because it's not a dominance that I want to have in my relationship more than I want it to be fair. I just want it to be fair. That's it. Over everything else.
Over
I just
love?
want it to be fair.
Fairness over love?
Well, yeah, because some people can use their love as a weapon.
True.
Oh, that's deep.
True.
I should be saying that. You should have told me
You
before.
did say
I
you
could
were
say
right.
True.
Yeah, that's deep. That's deep. I get you. So in the interest of time, this is a quick one. Linky, where's your fucker topic?
Yeah, the fucker to this. I'm just hello, yeah, up on a road. You're on a road
He
today.
be getting all used to TK.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He's on a road today, so I'm just love, you know what I mean? That we're pushing against time today, you know what I mean? But Catchcha should come back on the podcast, you know what I mean? We have a lot more to talk about.
Let's see what your viewers think.
Yeah, let us know what you think about Catchcha. Leave a comment.
She don't like marriage.
Remember, subscribe. Please subscribe.
Like and
share, and comment how much you want Catchcha to come back.
Yes.
Why am I looking down?
And she's a catch. She's single?
Yes.
She's single. She's ready to mingle.
No, I'm single and I'll be in my house working. That's what I'll be doing. Yeah.
Single and in the house working.
In the house
Single
working.
and ready to reject you.
Yes. Yeah.
Yo,
Absolutely.
Stop.
Absolutely.
Don't entertain her.
All right, Linky, take us home.
And with that being said, Damion spoke for 25 out of the 30 minutes. You know what it is in another episode.
It should be called Deep.Organic.Phuckery.
Oh my God, that's 2 jokes in one day. This is crazy.
Listen, it was beautiful talking to you. You know what I mean? I love your insight. You weren't backing down from David. You know what I mean? You were. I want to say give it to him, but I can't use that. No, I won't. That's no, I can't.
That works.
I want that.
It works.
I want
Say
that.
it. Go ahead.
My sister.
Hey, remember, we're number 12. Well, 12 in sexually liberated cities.
Yes.
So
Wow.
you can say
I'll
Catchcha
keep that
gave it
in
to
mind.
Damion.
No, but Catchcha.
Boston, listen.
Catchcha
Hey,
love the toes.
Boston.
Catchcha
Here
love the
we
We're
toes.
doing
go.
it tonight, Boston. We're doing it today. I represented for you. We're doing it tonight, Boston. Come on.
Nah,
was
hello,
Episode 1, he was
man.
wearing Laker shorts.
Lakers.
Episode 2, he's wearing
Lakers.
Celtics shorts. Get this guy out.
All right, so
Lakers are at home, bro.
listen. Let us wrap up, guys, please. I can't bother with big guy right now. Listen, it's
Wait, so
another.
when you come back, you'll know if you want to do the toast thing or not. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
when I get back. If you're on the podcast, we'll have that discussion. You know what I mean?
Okay, next episode, Linky will talk if he sucks toes or not.
Yes,
Or if he gets his toes sucked.
exactly.
Yeah,
I don't wanna hear
Yes,
that.
100%.
Yo.
You want to be able to suck it? Why? That is it. That is it. Another episode in the bag. Deep.Organic.Phuckery. And we're out.